Now this time we are going to discuss question number 2.21, and in this question it is given to you two charges minus q and plus q are located at point 0, 0, minus a and 0, 0, a respectively. Clear? So let's suppose first we draw here a diagram, a very simple diagram we are drawing. Let's suppose I am saying this is y axis. I am just assuming, clear? Let's suppose this is z axis and let's suppose I am assuming x axis in this direction. Clear to you? So now we can say this is negative z axis. Clear? Now in this question it is given to you, or let's suppose if I draw this diagram here, it will be better to you. Let's suppose this is y axis, let's suppose this is z axis, and let's suppose this is x axis. Clear? And let's suppose this is negative z axis. Clear to you? Now it is given two charges minus q and plus q are located at point 0, 0, minus a. Means we can say here we have charge, this is minus q. Clear? Clear? Here we have charge minus q and this position is given to 0, 0, minus a. Clear? And second position is given to you this one. We have here charge plus q and 0, 0, a. Clear? Now in this question our objective is to calculate electrostatic potential at point 0, 0, z. Clear? Now listen carefully. Now we can say value of z, it may be negative, it may be positive. Clear? So first let's suppose I am assuming value of z is at this point. Clear? I am just assuming. Let's suppose this is point P, 0, 0, z. So can we calculate here value of electric potential at point P? Yes. So we can calculate like this Vp. I am first calculating part number A. Clear? So electric potential at point P, this is given by, we can say K Q1 upon R1 plus K Q2 upon R2. Clear? Now we can say, we can write like this K Q1. Value of Q1 we have, we can say let's suppose I am taking this as 1 and let's suppose this is number 2. Clear? You can take any one or 2. So we can write like this K Q1. Q1 is what? This one, and value of R1. Value of R1 we can write like this. We can say R is what? R1 is what? R1 is the distance between this point P and this charge Q. Clear? Now we can say this distance is capital Z and this distance is small a. So we can say this is Z minus a. Clear? Plus we can write like this Q2. Value of Q2 we have minus Q, that's why I am writing here minus. This is Q divided by value of R2. Value of R2, we can say R2 value we have means we can say distance from distance of this point P from minus Q. So we can say this is A and this one is Z. So this is Z plus A. Clear to everyone? So from here we can write like this K. Now if I am taking here Q common, so we can write like this. This is Z minus A, this is Z plus A. Clear? So if we take here LCM, we can say this is Z plus A minus Z plus A. Clear? So we can say Z and Z, this is cancelled out. So from here you can write like this Vp, means potential at any point P, this is given by K, Q and multiplied with 2A, and it is divided by, we can say Z square minus A square. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? So we can say value of Q multiplied 2A. Q multiplied 2A means we can say this is value Q and it is multiplied with 2A. It means we can say this is electric dipole moment. So we can write like this Vp, this is given by K P over Z square minus A square. Clear? So this is value of electric potential at point P. Clear to everyone? Now, but it is also possibility that this point P, clear? This point P, it should lie on this side also. Yes or no? It may be any possibility. So now let us try to solve that possibility also. Clear? Now listen. Let's suppose I am taking here this point P this side. This is Z axis. Clear? Now I am taking now point P this side. Let's suppose this is point P 0, 0, z. Clear? Now again I can write electric potential at point P. Clear? So we can say this value we have Z. Clear? So first I am writing here formula k q1 upon r1 plus k q2 upon r2. Clear to everyone? So now we can say k q1 upon r1, value of q1 we have plus q, and we can write here distance r1, this is equal to a plus z, so this is z plus a. Then we can write value of q2, value of q2 we have minus q and divided by r2, r2 we can say z minus a, so this is z minus a. Clear to everyone? So we can write like this, value of Vp, this is given by kq. Clear? So now we can say z plus a, z minus a, z plus a, z minus a. Clear? So now we can write like this, z minus a minus z minus a. Clear? From here you can say z and z is cancelled out, so final value I am writing here, Vp equal to minus kq multiplied to a divided by z square minus a square. Clear? Now we can write here q multiplied to a, this is equal to we can say dipole moment. Clear? So now we can write like this, Vp value, so electric potential at point P, this is given by k P upon z square minus a square. Clear? So actually we write here this value in terms of generalization. Clear? You can put any value of z and you can find any value of electric potential. Clear to you? So this is all about what is electric potential at point 0, 0, z. Clear? Now let us try to discuss what is electric potential at point x, y, 0. Clear? Concentrate. Yes. Now concentrate on a screen. Now our objective in this question is to calculate electric potential at x, y, z. Clear? So let's suppose again I am drawing, this is y axis, this is z axis, and let's suppose this is x axis. Clear? In this question it is given to you, here we have a charge, we are taking this charge q and this position 0, 0, a. Clear? Here we have position minus q, 0, 0, minus a. Clear? Now we are taking the position of a point P where we want to find electric potential. This is x, y, 0. It means we can say this value is lie in an xy plane. Yes. So where is xy plane? We can say this one. Yes or no? We can say this is xy plane. Clear to everyone? Now we can say this xy plane is perpendicular to this z axis. Yes or no? So let's suppose I am taking here this point. Let's suppose I am taking this point, and let's suppose this point is x, y, 0. Clear? Now you can say from z axis this is having this perpendicular distance. Clear to you? Now we can say this distance is already a, this distance is also a. So from this charge we can say this distance and this distance means from this charge q, this distance and this distance, it always remains same. Yes or no? So now we can say here we are having two equal and opposite charges, and distance from these two charges is same for the point x, y, 0. Yes or no? It means we can calculate value of electric potential at point P. This is given by kq1 upon r1 plus kq2 upon r2. Now you can say q1 and q2 is same in magnitude but opposite in direction. So we can write like this, kq upon r1. Let's suppose I am taking r. Clear? Here we can write like this, kq by r. We can say both are cancelled out, and at this position we are getting electric potential is equal to 0. Clear to everyone? So this is all about part number A. Clear? Now we are going to discuss part number B. Obtain the dependence of potential of a distance r of a point from the origin when r by a is very greater than 1. Clear? So now we can say, actually we know value of potential. So value of potential we can write like this, Vp, this is equal to given by Kp upon we can write like this, r square minus a square. Clear? Here we can say potential at any point P, this is given by Kp upon r square minus a square. Now in this question it is given r by a is very greater than 1. Clear? It means we can say r is very greater than compared to a. Yes or no? It means value of a square is neglected in terms of r square. Yes, so in comparison to r square, a square is neglected. Yes, so we can write like this Vp. This is given by Kp upon r square. Clear? So from here you can see value of electric potential. It is inversely proportional to r square. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So Vp is inversely proportional to r square. Okay. Now if we talk about part number C. In part number C, it is given how much work is done in moving a small test charge from 0.5, 0, to -7, 0, on the along the x-axis. Okay, so let's suppose if I draw, this is y-axis, this is z-axis, and let's suppose this is x-axis. Clear? Here we place a charge q at 0, 0, a, and here we placed another charge minus q, and this is 0, 0, minus a. Clear to everyone? So now let's suppose we are actually moving a test charge from 5, 0, 0. So what is position of 5, 0, 0? This one? Yes or no? It lies on an x-axis. And what is position of minus, 0, 0? So this is, let's suppose this is -7, 0, 0. Clear? Now we are bringing a test charge along x-axis from the point 5 to -7. It means we are bringing any test charge from this side to this side. Clear to you? So let's suppose I am saying this is point A and point B. So we are moving a test charge from point A to point B. So can we write like this? Work done. This should be equal to test charge, and we can write like this. This is Vb minus Va. Clear? And this is work done from A to B. Clear? Like this we define always electric potential. Clear? So now we can write like this. Vb minus Va, this should be equal to Wab divided by Q. Clear? Now listen carefully. If we talk about point B and if we talk about point A, clear? It lies at the same distance from both the charges. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? If we talk about A and if we talk about B, it lies at the same distance from both the charges. It means we can say if we find total electric potential at point A, this is 0. Total electric potential at B, this is also 0. It means we can say Va and Vb both are 0. So we can write like this Wab, it is divided by Q, and it should be 0 minus 0. Clear? So from here we can say if we are bringing any charge from A to B, we do not have to provide any work done, because here we have net electric potential 0. Yes or no? And one more question is asking, if let's suppose if we change some path, we are not bringing any charge along the x-axis. Let's suppose we are moving in a zigzag, we are moving along a different path but along x-axis. Clear? So if the path of a test charge between same point is not along the x-axis, what will happen? So now we can say actually the work done depends only on the initial and the final position. It does not depend through which the path is, through which the test charge is going. Clear? So it means we can say initial and final position is same, and we can say electrostatic force is actually conservative force. So conservative force, it depends only on the initial and the final position, and we can say so work done does not changes. Clear? So value of work done is always remains same. This is 0, and answer changes? No, answer will not change if we are changing a path. Clear to everyone? So this is all about this question. Clear?